Gordon, can you tell us what's this gong? This beautiful gong. What's this? What's the name or what's this?
This is we're introducing this to you today. It's called a Sri Yantra gong, if I can get it out. Why is it called that? Because it has the Sri Yantra mandala on it.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us what the Sri Yantra mandala means?
It's a Vedic. It comes from the Vedic Hindu tradition, and it's a geometrical representation of the cosmos and the human body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's a square and a circle and a triangle and the petals and also in the window and the sun. Yeah, so it all construct a sacred geometric. And what's the character of this song? It's very different with German gong, right?
Yes, this is Chinese gong. It's a Chinese wind gong. It's a fine representation. It's the best of the best Chinese gong that's been selected, specially selected to have this symbol put on it. So it really is about the best that you can example of a Chinese wind gong. It's a pretty big one, and it has this. I like to think that however deep and resonant and rich the sound are of a big gong like this, it has this airy quality. There's a lightness to it. Very sensitive gong, but there's always a lightness and an airiness to the quality of the sound, I would say.
So it's different with other Chinese gong. It's deeper, grounding, like the Chao gong.
Oh, the Chao gongs are kind of earthier. If you want to think of them elementally, this one would be an air gong and a Chao gong would be an earth.
Do you want to demo? Do some strike for us. How do you say in English?
Multi-layered, you would say?
All the gongs multi-layered, but this is higher pitch. How do you say in English? Airy, and what else?
I think you could use many words to describe it. I'd go back to the fact that I think although it's a very low it's a big gong, so it's got these low resonant tones. The higher harmonics really come through, and as I said earlier, give it a kind of an airy quality.
Yeah. And can you introduce what's this gong in the bottom here?
The three along the bottom are different character quality gongs. These are all German made, and they have rims. They're not flat. Concave flat like the Chinese wind gong. They've got rims. They've got a different tonal characteristic for the one. I mean, they're manufactured slightly differently, but the main thing I think is the different makeup of the alloy of the metal that they make the gongs out of. Most especially the German gongs have got a fairly high amount of nickel silver in their alloy, which the Chinese gongs don't have. And what does the nickel silver give it? Give the gongs a quality. Some people would describe it as giving them a kind of a sophisticated shimmery sheen. The quality of that particular ingredient in the alloy.
Can you strike some?
Sure, I'll use a slightly smaller mallet, I think.
And this Sri Yantra gong is a special pick from the supplier. They pick the best of this is 38, pick the best of the Sri Yantra, and so a wind gong. So, and also they put the Sri Yantra mandala on it, so this is a special pick.
This gong is called a symphonic gong. This is a very unusual sounding symphonic gong. I've played many symphonic gongs. They're kind of popular, very popular sorts of choices of gongs. And this one is kind of unique. I've never really heard one sound with this sound characteristic. It's very unusual. And I really was surprised when we got it that it sounded so amazing and amazingly strange. For me, we've had this for almost a year now, and it still surprises me every time I play it how strange it sounds. It has a strangeness to it. Now, these other two gongs have both got, this hasn't got any symbol on it, although sometimes the symphonic gongs do, but these two do, and these both German gongs, similar sound characteristic, but these are both planetary gongs. We could talk for at length about planetary gongs, but this is, let's just say, we can see, if you know your astrology viewers, that this is a Venus gong and this is a Jupiter. But you can judge that by these astrological symbols on the gongs.
In the center.
And you can hear, perhaps, when I play them, that these have got slightly more defined pitches than the symphonic gong. Actually, this has got, one of the strange things about this gong is it's actually got quite a deep, defined bass tone. But these two, at least, they've been designed to have a particular pitch, which corresponds to the astrological symbol and the characters of these two astrological signs. So we often associate. What do we associate the Venus and the Jupiter with? Jupiter, abundance, Venus, and so on. And so they've got a correspondence to the astrological symbols.
And also, I want to introduce the instrument we use in the online Gongbas. Can you show us?
Sure, we can do that as well. So, we started...
And the crystal ball today. We start with
we started with a handheld crystal bowl, didn't we? Do you want to go and get that? Most people associate crystal bowls with much larger, usually, than this. But this is handheld, so it's wonderfully portable, and you can move around with it.
Yes, and then other instruments?
We played...
That is a special weapon.
These are quite unusual because they're no longer made now. This is called... it's called on here a sound disc, which is a bit of a boring name, but we call it a spinning gong. I mean, it's a very tiny gong if it's a gong, but it spins. Both these instruments have these amazing qualities. And the other thing that we love is exploring how they sound together. So these two examples, I'm not sure we played these together, but they do sound nice together. We have this peculiar instrument, which is actually one of my favourite auxiliary instruments, and this is called a whirly. And when you spin it around, it makes this extraordinary sound, whistling kind of.
It's the most requested instruments in the Gongbas. Okay, thank you very much. And what else we have?
We've got, this is not something that I would lay my hands on normally. I'm going to have to hand this over to you. We have these mega feathers.
This is the feather from the big birds. Yes. And the end.
And they've got a very rhythmic. And then we've got a set of 4 elemental
koshi.
koshis. So they've all got slightly different tones. And playing them together, we have, if we just finish up and have these, each of them, we've got earth, we've got the 4 elements here: earth, water,
water, fire, air,
and air. And so when we play them together, we do have this amazing sound of chimes. I mean, one on its own is beautiful. Two, it's having 4. They really do combine beautifully well when you play all 4 together.
If you'd like to join our online Gong Bass, please see the QR code. And every time we have different, many different instruments and different story. And this time, the theme of the this online Gong Bass is divine order.
Well, that goes very well with the Sri Yantra gong that we're introducing to you, and kind of introducing to ourselves as well.
We trust the universe, everything got a divine order.
Which we could do with, I think, in this universe, in this period of human history we're living through right now. So, thanks very much for watching, viewers. See you next time.